And just like that, December is here. Welcome back to this weekly vlog. Before we dive in, I just wanted to say, I know during the month of December you have so many options for where you choose to spend your really precious time as the year comes to a close. So thank you so much for being here for this gently festive vlog. And without further ado, let's dive in.
Good morning, everyone. What a perfect little spot to pop you to start the vlog. Good morning, happy Monday. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amara and I am a yoga teacher. I feel like we don't always need that intro, but I pop it there anyway. But welcome back to this weekly vlog. It is the first Monday of December. How have we got here? My goodness, I feel like this year in so many ways has flown by, but it's now December, which I am really pleased about. And I was having a little think about how we were going to hang out throughout December and what December was going to look like on the channel this year. And I was thinking that we would just do a really gentle December, which won't be shocking for anyone, but like a gentle Christmassy December. I know that this time of year can be really challenging for a lot of people, and I think naturally so, right? And I think I've mentioned we are getting relatively festive, but we aren't really going all out this year. Our main promise that Jake and I made to each other this year is we just wanted to have a really no pressure, low-key, stress-free Christmas, and that is really the main thing. So I just thought that we could have some gentle festive vlogs. It's not going to be all out vlogmas, it's not going to be anything crazy, but hopefully it's going to feel like maybe like a little moment of calm within the chaos of the festive season here. So that is kind of the plan for December, and I know when you guys are watching this will already be a weekend, but when I'm filming this it's the 1st of December, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. In terms of what we have going on this week, I have a few bits today. Today's mostly a working day. I have a few bits I need to do to just get Soul Shower all up to date for December. I have some things to film, and then I'm doing again some gentle festive things over the weekend. As you will have seen, I'm going to put the footage in before this, so you will have seen we had a bit of a festive Christmas shopping weekend because it was like Black Friday weekend, which is a good time to be prepared and get ready. And actually, it's the first year I feel like we've done our Christmas shopping then. Would recommend. It's been so much better. To know that we have like more than half of it out the way now was great, but I wasn't able to vlog as much as I thought I was. So yeah, with that being said, we did our Christmas shopping, and then for this week, I think I'm going to do some festive baking. I'm hoping I'm going to get some time with my cousin for us to make some wreaths together. I was even thinking, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, depends on sort of where we are, I was even thinking about maybe trying to forage some things for our wreath, but it's going to involve me needing to drive out of London and find somewhere that is okay to forage. So that might be on the cards for this week, which would be exciting. But other than that, just some chilled, late autumny, wintry vibes. I know as we get into December, everyone's like, it's very much winter. And we're definitely now in that deep descent to winter for sure. So yeah, thank you for being here, and let's spend a few cozy, gently festive days together.
Hello guys, it is a fair bit later and I have just been sort of chugging along with a little bit of work this morning. I got all of the winter, December class updates up on Soul Shower. I have edited our winter solstice flow, which is very exciting. I sent out an email and I have done a blog post for the Soul Shower community section as well. And then once I'd sort of done, that was my main sort of admin for today to get done. I also made a list of the other bits I need to get done this week. But for the most part, I'm very fortunate that I'm trying to keep December as clear as possible. I've actually got a lot of my January prep already done. Obviously there's a few bits and bobs, but I've really left some space in the month of December, which I'm very grateful for. So I have actually taken a moment just to have a little think about what my December intentions are. And I used to do monthly intentions every single month without fail for years. I used to teach them, I used to do workshops over on Soul Shadow actually. And in my mind I still kind of do them, but I haven't been doing them as formally as I used to. And I just thought, you know what, it could be really nice to sit down and just write some intentions for the month. I may even make them my phone background, which is very much what I used to do. I used to share them on Instagram. I really used to love my intentions, and I do believe in the power of intention, very, very much so. So I thought I would come on and share my intentions with you guys for December. And if you maybe haven't tried the practice of setting monthly intentions, maybe this will encourage you and inspire you to do so. So I have 3 intentions for the month of December. The first one being joy. And just like finding joy in every possible moment and really prioritizing joy as well, and like getting joy from like the small things, getting joy from like, I don't know, like the smallest of moments, and prioritizing that as well. So making sure that I'm like leaving time to feel joyful. I hope that makes sense. But I just feel like the small moments of joy, and also really appreciating them and being really present with them. The next intention is gratitude, and just, I think this one goes for like literally life all the time, but I think can be even more prevalent within the month of December, of just feeling really grateful for what we have, or what I have, rather than maybe things that we don't have just yet, or things that we're very much looking forward to or manifesting, whatever it might be. Just being really grateful for what there is within our lives, and yeah, just being really grateful for what I have. I feel like that's it's something I really do practice every day anyway, so it felt very fitting to put it in as an intention, because attitude of gratitude breeds abundance. That was one of my favorite quotes at one point. So there's that, but also I think just around this time of year, being really, really grateful for what's around you, and the day-to-day little moments is so important, because they are so special and they should not be underrated. I actually have a list on my phone of gratitude, and it's like a list to look at when I'm feeling like maybe I haven't done enough or whatever it might be. And the list is actually like things to be grateful for, and I love that list. I refer to that list really, really often, and it's honestly got the most simple of things. I'm grateful for my 2 cats. I'm grateful to have heating. I'm grateful to be able to have a bit of freedom in my schedule. I'm grateful for cozy jumpers. Like honestly, sometimes the most basic of things I put on there to just like really almost like slot me back in to that just vibration of feeling really, really grateful. So yes, got off on a bit of a tangent there, but that is my other intention. And the last one is peace, is making peace a real priority this month, and making more time for peace and more stillness, and coming back to my meditation practice. I actually haven't been meditating very much recently at all, which is quite unlike me because I love a meditation practice. But yeah, coming back to a more like structured and strict meditation practice, I think is going to be really, really nice this month. Obviously, usually I tend to like consider my daily walks like a meditation, because I tend to like try and be really mindful on whatever it might be, but I think we're in need of some more structured meditation this month. So those are my 3 intentions for the month of December. Now my plan is I need to get my hair washed and get myself just give myself a bit of an everything shower, to be honest. And then I have a meditation that I would like to get filmed, and then I think if I have time I would love to do some baking. I am planning on making, I have all the ingredients, I planned to do this yesterday but I'd run out of time. to do chocolate orange brownie cookies. Chocolate orange is Jake's favourite, so I always need to make sure I bake something that he likes, otherwise I end up eating it all, or I just end up feeling really sick because I've had to eat it all, or it goes off, or I have to find someone to give it away to. So we're going with chocolate orange brownie cookies because I can then trust that he will tuck into them. So yes, that is a little bit of baking I would like to do today, but saying that, I think it's already 2 o'clock, so we've got a fair bit to get done. So I think actually what I might do is get this meditation recorded, and then from there I will jump in the shower, and then we can have like a cozy evening, afternoon, late afternoon. I actually always allow my days to finish a little bit earlier in the winter, so that I don't love the idea of working in the dark if I don't have to, so I let the days finish a bit earlier. So I'm gonna get that done, and then we can do an everything shower and some baking. This evening I decided to make chocolate orange brownie cookies because I thought they would be a little bit festive. Baking is one of my favourite ways to kind of wind down and switch off. Unfortunately, this was a new recipe and I definitely wouldn't do it again. They did turn out a little bit cakey, but nevertheless, as you can see, I really enjoyed my evening of just getting to be baking away with all the chocolate, and then I just switched off with the cats and had a very slow and gentle evening. Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. I have just finished a very lovely, gentle, short and sweet yoga practice. It's actually been a little while since I have stepped on my mat and done a physical yoga practice. I've actually had an old injury that's been flaring up, so I've had to take it really easy, and as a result, even my practice coming back in is really gentle and soft and just little bits here and there. So yeah, I have an old injury flaring up, a little bit of inflammation going on, which honestly I think might be caused by stress. So yeah, that would make sense. But yes, it was lovely to get back on my mat this morning. I feel like it's probably not even been that long, but it feels as if it's at least been 2 weeks, which is quite a long time for me. So I've been like really gentle walks, trying to give myself lots of time to rest it, and also keeping really warm, because I know that like this specific injury is an old injury from when I used to horse ride really competitively, and to be honest, the practice of yoga for the most part completely cleared it for me, and it really just helped, I think, work with a lot of maybe like the trauma tissue that was there, and then it really helped clear. But I think unfortunately due to stress and a combination of it getting a bit colder, it's had a little flare up, but it has been lovely to be back on my mat. I did a little meditation, I pulled a card, and yeah, that has been just a lovely start to the morning. I have a few little worky bits I need to do, and then I'm actually seeing a very lovely friend this afternoon, which is very exciting. So with that being said, I'm gonna get myself up and ready and kind of ready to start the day and get on with a few little bit of admin bits before we pop out this afternoon, and I'm gonna get myself looking a little bit more awake for sure. Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday.
I just realised I didn't actually check in with you again on Tuesday. I went for it was a tea, but went for a coffee with one of my really good friends who I don't get to see very often. And to be honest, the minute we were back chatting, I completely didn't even think about taking my camera out and was just wanting to be so present and just like really soak it up and enjoy it. And honestly, it was just such a healing afternoon. I think that sometimes that's the power of women coming together, is it can just be so unbelievably healing, and I feel like I don't get enough of that in my life sometimes. So it was gorgeous. It was honestly so lovely to see her. And then yesterday, to be honest, was just smashing out some last little bits of admin, getting some last few classes filmed. I actually had my hair done as well, which you're not going to notice a difference. It was I literally was just having her come and just literally blend out my roots. So it wasn't anything exciting. My aim actually in terms of colouring my hair is to get it down to once a year, but obviously in order to do that it needed to be really blended into my root colour, because as it grows I didn't want there to be any like line or any sign that, like, I just wanted it all to flow together and be quite a seamless blend. So she literally just came, popped some, my hairdresser comes to my house, she's great, but just popped some like root, what does she call it, like a root drag on, and she was done and finished within an hour, which was fantastic. And then yeah, otherwise I edited the winter solstice flow, which actually I am going to share here on YouTube. I think it's one of my favorite classes I've filmed. It's one of those special ones. Every couple of months or every couple of classes there's always like a really special one that just holds a bit of a space in my heart, and this is definitely the most recent one. Sorry, my memory card was flashing at me there, but yes, winter solstice flow is definitely a special one. It looks really gorgeous. I'm so excited for that to go out. It's already actually gone out for Soul Shower members, so I'm hoping some of them will be doing it early and they will really enjoy it. So that was lovely. I also was editing a community check-in for the platform, so it was just a really nice like Soul Shower admin day. And I didn't think to pick up the camera, and all of a sudden it's Thursday. I won't lie to you guys, I spent my usual like morning time where I would do my yoga practice or meditate, whatever it might be. I actually spent in, I guess what could be a mindful activity, but sewing up holes in my jumper. This is my favorite cashmere jumper and my only one, or the oldest one that I've sort of had. And I didn't know this was a thing before I moved here, and I only know this because I've spoken to other people who live in London, that like there's quite like lots of like clothes moths in London, and it is quite an issue. And I don't know, I've never had that issue before, which I just find quite odd. Like, obviously having lived here before, obviously you get the odd one, but I just never found that my knits were getting eaten through. So that was literally pulled this out and it was already a little bit eaten through, but I was like, oh my goodness, like how have they managed to get to this, given that like we have people coming to spray, like we literally, I am so particular about things like this. So yes, I actually spent at least an hour this morning sewing up all of the moth-eaten holes in my cashmere jumper and making sure it was all washed and clean and whatever. I found a really good tutorial for it on YouTube though, so if anyone needs it, let me know. But that was quite a mindful activity, but took a lot longer than I had sort of planned. So I'm now with my cup of tea, and I don't know if I mentioned, honestly, we're having a proper old natter here. I'm not sure if I mentioned on Tuesday when I was doing my yoga practice, but I had an old injury. I think I did. I had an old injury flaring up, and as a result I've had to really change my practices. And what I've really started to focus on over the past couple of days, is I've really felt like it's begun to settle, is like strengthening, I guess more Pilates based classes, just to rebuild the strength and support the joint there a little bit more. So that's another thing. And then I'm literally going to show you this in 1 minute, but one of Jake's presents has arrived for Christmas and he's not here today. And I just need to show someone because it has arrived and it's just so, like, the packaging is so gorgeous, and I'm literally tempted to give it to him in the packaging, which I hadn't planned to do, but I'm loving it, and I've never ordered from this brand before, so I thought I'd share it so I can share it with someone and share how excited I am. And I don't know, if you're looking for a gift for a loved one, maybe they would like this too. I'm gonna move you. I've got it on the table in front of me and show it to you. So I have known for a little while that Jake has been wanting a, like, almost cable knit, basically an Iran style knit jumper for ages. I don't even think he knows what it is, but every time he sees them when we go out, he's like, oh, that's lovely. And the thing is about Jake is he will never, like, he will buy the most lovely, gorgeous gifts for others. He will never buy anything for himself. I'll just sit for a minute because I'm chatting away. But he will never buy anything for himself. And if he does, he will never spend like loads on himself. That's just who he is, which honestly I think he should treat himself more, but he never spends loads on himself. So I knew that for Christmas I wanted to get him like a relatively like high quality knit, and he had this style that I know he's wanted, and it is the like Irish Iran fisherman knits. I hope it's called Iran, I hope I'm saying that right. And I saw this website and I was just like, that looks really, really, really perfect. And the way that it's come packaged, honestly, is just so gorgeous. I have had to open it because I needed to make sure it was like the right size and the right color and just like make sure it was like right. But I'm going to show you the front and then I'll sort of walk you through it because I'm genuinely tempted to wrap this up for him, and you guys can let me know what you think, what you would do. I need to hide my address. It comes with that on the front, which is gorgeous, and then on the side says the authentic spirit of Ireland, which I just think is gorgeous. And then it comes inside is just saying everything of how it's made. But firstly it comes in this tissue, which I will need to like just get my glue stick and refasten. But why I was thinking of giving it to him in the box was because on the bottom of the box it has like the story behind all of the different like knits. I don't think you can see that. It has the story behind like all the different knits and weaves, which for me, this is just something I love to know, that like the moss stitch is after the moss because it's a fisherman knit, it's after the moss that they'd find on the shore, and the basket stitch represents the fisherman's basket and there's a sign of good and plentiful catch. Like, stop. I just think it's so gorgeous. Even on this, they wrote my name, which I ordered it in my name so that Jake wouldn't think it was a present for him, but the time taken to just write the name on the card, but it has been packaged so beautifully. And then obviously it comes like in their branded tissue paper, and it's just so nice. I really hope he's gonna like it. I'm pretty positive that he will. But look, have you ever seen a more gorgeous jumper? I genuinely am a bit jealous. I want it for myself. It's really, really soft and just lovely. And I just thought, you know what? That is something he will wear for years. I hope he's gonna love it. And if he doesn't, I'm not sure how I'm gonna return it because it's Ireland, so I'm not sure how easy it will be to return. So if he doesn't love it, I just might have to keep it. But I just think that's really lovely. I'm really tempted just to wrap it up in the box so that he can see all of the like the meanings behind the stitches and things and how much thought has gone into it, because honestly it's like the most gorgeous thing to unpack and unwrap and receive, and I'm so excited for him to get it. It's honestly better than I think what I expected, and they were having, when I ordered it, they were having a Black Friday sale. So I'm just very, very pleased, and I think he's gonna love it, and I don't think he watches the vlogs, so I think it'll be fine. Other than that though, I would love to know what people are planning on getting their partners for Christmas, because I'm pretty much done. I could do with one more, but just some ideas would be really, really great. I probably should mention as well, this is obviously not sponsored at all. It arrived and I wanted to show someone because it was just so stunning and so unbelievably gorgeous, and I really hope he's gonna love it. Fingers crossed. So yes, that is my little update over the past few days. I also had a little parcel arrive for me, which present for him, present for me. That sounds about right? Like when you're doing your Christmas shopping, in order to keep you motivated, you just need a little treat for yourself. So I might show that to you guys later. But the plan for today is really not, I think it's just going to be the last little bits of admin to get done. And then tomorrow, my cousin and I are going to go foraging for our Christmas wreaths. Actually, I might show you like the beginnings of the wreaths. I'm very aware that this is a lot of chatting and we are having a full-on chit-chat hangout, but I've got all my wrapping paper and stuff here, so I will show you. As this is a bit of a Christmassy, getting festive kind of video, my absolute favourite shop should I say in the world? One of my favourite shops in the world is this Sostrine Grens. I don't know how to say it. I call it the Scandi shop if I'm honest. I love this shop. It's one of my favourite shops to go in. Everything is so affordable, and honestly, if you ever get a chance to go to these shops, that is what the inside of my brain looks like that. It's just the most Amara shop ever. There are so many like teas and beautiful things and just homey bits, and it's just so gorgeous. But first things first, I thought I could show you the wrapping paper that we are going to be using this year. This is great. I feel like we're doing vlogmas, but obviously we're not, but this is pretty good fun. For wrapping paper this year, I got us 2, so I thought that one was so lovely and quite like just like earthy, which I really loved. And I will need to get maybe some like green ribbon, or yeah, I feel like green or even brown could look really beautiful with that. And then this one is like, this one's a bit harder to see. Focus on it. No, it's not wanting to focus. This one is like a, is it gonna focus? Yes, there we go. This one is like a brown with silver like emboss on it. I think it's holly and very similar to this. That one's pine, and then this one's like holly and ivy with the silver on the brown. I just thought they were quite simple, minimal, but quite pretty. I think I might go with brown, either brown or green ribbon around them, and that could be really nice. And then my cousin and I are going to be making wreaths, and so we're going to go foraging tomorrow to get things for the wreaths. But we found these little heart wreaths to make, which I just think is going to be so nice. We're going to make tea and just have a bit of an afternoon making wreaths. I'm not sure if it will be in this vlog. It may end up being in next week's vlog, just because the week has kind of run away with us. We're going to see how we feel tomorrow and see how much we find tomorrow, because I still need to dry out oranges to put on them and things like that too. So we shall see. I also, at the same shop, bought some pine cones as well. I probably do need to order myself a glue gun, because again, honestly, I don't know if anyone else gets like this, but things that you used to have, I think maybe this is also partly due to the fact that I'm in this sort of in-between era where I never used to be a minimalist. I wouldn't call myself a minimalist now either. I don't think I'll ever be a minimalist, but I used to keep everything. I think growing up in a really small island where it's hard to get things, like we didn't have a lot of convenience things, is you keep everything because you just don't know when you're gonna need it. But more recently, I feel like as I've got a bit older, I'm always like, I need less stuff. I don't want more things. I want less is more. So I used to have a hot glue gun when I was a school teacher many years ago, but obviously now I can't even think where my hot glue gun would be. So I think I'm gonna have to order myself a new one, because hot glue guns are essential. So yes, that is kind of the plan. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to chat to you guys about that is gonna fall. Good morning, guys. What lighting we've got today. We have got a sunny, almost winter Friday, which is very exciting. I'm in the car because I am just about to go and pick up my cousin, and we are going to go and do a little bit of foraging for Christmas wreaths. I think we'll do the foraging today, and then we'll probably make our Christmas wreaths next week, because things are just so busy. I think I left you guys last night. I actually did a little soul shower sculpt class, which was really lovely. That's what like the novelty of having my own soul studio brings, which I just love, is that I'm like, oh, I need a class and I need it to be like this, and actually the exact classes that I want and the ones that I practice are then up on Soul Shallow. So I did our Grace and Balance sculpt class, which was exactly what I needed. So yes, that was my evening yesterday. As I said, it's now Friday morning. I had a very lovely delivery this morning of this new jumper, which obviously this isn't the best place to show you, but I am in love. I have been sort of eyeing up Farrell, not sure what they're called, knits for a little while, and I just saw this one. I actually had another one in mind. Gosh, there's someone walking past. It's okay, they haven't noticed. I actually had another one in mind, but it sold out, and then I saw this one. It was in the Black Friday sales, and I thought that is a Christmas present for me. An early Christmas present, and it's so warm and so cozy. I will link it. But I'm just obsessed. I feel like this is a very Amara. Like, I don't know why I haven't worn these before. They just feel so... I don't know if anyone else has that, where you put something on and you're like, this matches my essence perfectly. And I really do feel like that with this, so I'm very excited. But with that being said, I'm in the car. I am running late. I don't know why. I'm usually a really on time person, but when it comes to picking up my cousin who lives 20 minutes away, like 15 minutes away, just across the other side of the park, I'm always late. And maybe it's just a family thing and I'm more relaxed, but I am running late. So I'm gonna get a move on and let's do some cozy, slightly festive foraging.
Once we were on the road, we went on a bit of an adventure a little bit further out of London to find an area where we could do some foraging for our Christmas wreaths, and this was such a successful morning. We were able to find bits of holly and ivy and fallen bits of fir trees. It was so nice to be able to just spend some time in nature and slightly different areas than what we usually walk in, just to really collect all of the bits and bobs that we needed. And this was really successful. We're very excited to be putting together our wreaths next week. Once we had finished our foraging, we actually took a trip into a local garden centre, which was full of so much festive cheer. Like, there were displays everywhere, and it was the best way to just soak up all of the festive energy. And it was so lovely, especially given that we're not going all out, especially this Christmas. Things are a little bit more chilled at home, but being able to sort of soak up all the decorations elsewhere was very festive, and I think it got us both very much in the festive mood.
And seemingly just like that, another vlog is coming to an end. I just wanted to pop on before we finish the vlog. You can literally see my laptop there. I've been editing away, but I wanted to come on and have a final little chat with you guys. Bengo's here with me. We're really ready to settle for a very cozy evening. But I guess I first wanted to say thank you so much for spending a slightly festive week with me, a gently festive week with me. Moments of festiveness, but also moments where there's just no pressure, and I think that's really what I wanted to come on and kind of chat about before we finish the vlog. Is that firstly, I know, and I mentioned this at the beginning of the vlog, but firstly I know during December usually there is just so many things to take your energy and to, like, it's really chaotic. And I know vlogmas is going on here, and there's so many options of people who you could be watching right now, but you're here, and that is, I'm just so grateful for you being here. But even more than that, I feel like this week I have had quite a few conversations with friends and just close people that I know, and it's really funny. I think we all get to December and it's a moment where we all suddenly feel very reflective on the year that has passed, and the amount of people that I have spoken to that have found this year challenging and have been put through their paces. I don't even think that's really the word, but have had so many like ups and downs and real big growth chapters and moments this year. Like, literally everyone I speak to has found this year to bring a very particular set of challenges. I know that's the same for me included, but I just thought, you know what, I would mention it here, because if I am having those conversations with people and we're all feeling very much the same in person, you guys are probably feeling that too. So I just wanted to come on and say that if you have had maybe a challenging year, or you've been through a challenging chapter this year, and maybe you're feeling a little bit reflective over it, or feeling like maybe you haven't achieved what it is you thought you were going to achieve this year, or it's taken a turn for whatever reason,
I think I just want to say first of all that like you're not alone, but second of all that I guess life really is a journey, and it is one where we cannot predict or plan or even manifest every chapter that will come next, and everything is happening for some sort of reason, even if we can't see it yet. I truly do believe that. So yeah, I wanted to just pop on and address that and say that you're not alone. We're all here together, and that is why these festive vlogs, I know that some other vlogs will be like so festive and like so perfectly Christmas and all the things, but that's why I really wanted to keep these just gently festive. So hopefully they feel very no pressure. They don't make you feel like you need to go out and do more Christmassy things and need to be out the house, whatever it might be, or whatever. I just want these vlogs to really feel like hopefully a deep breath with a sprinkle of it's December and there are some really like wholesome things to smile about in December. I hope that makes sense. That's really my feeling. My intention coming into December with vlogs is not perfection, but no pressure, just chilling out and hanging out and getting to feel a little bit festive and joyful with you guys. Joy is actually one of my intentions for the month as well. So yeah, I think, to be honest, that is all I want to say for this week's vlog. Thank you so much for being here with me and spending the week with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. Slightly different style. I feel like whenever we get to December, what I love about vlogs just in general is they get so much more relaxed and so much more chilled. Like my vlogs are never perfect, but they get even more chilled in December. So I really hope you enjoyed a very chilled, relaxed vibe with me this week, and I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you guys for another chill, gentle, festive vlog. I'm sending you so much love. If you aren't already subscribed, please do subscribe. I never say that, but if you aren't subscribed, it helps the channel so much. We're only a little channel, but it really does help. And I cannot wait to hang out with you again next week. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in our next vlog or video very soon. Bye guys.